everybody just has to compete and contain one-on-one. There's not a lot of help side and 3-on-3, and there's so much more space to work with. So you really got to be on your P's and Q's on defense.
Here, Dijonaí Carrington who does an outstanding job defensively as she's right on cue picking up the ball.
Edwards with the hustle. She was great in the first half in the opener at 8 points. Carrington. This now 2 for 13 from the floor as Martin up ahead. Dijonai with the chase.
Okay. Nice pass. Oh, man. So you're going to help her up right after you clobber her like that, right? You're going to help her up after you clobber her like, didn't even look at her. Oh, she's so shady. She's so shady. These not only are these are your colleagues. This is basketball. These are your colleagues. It's a fraternity. It's a sisterhood.
In basketball, competition is fierce and defense is key. In 3-on-3 games, there's even more space to navigate, which makes staying sharp on defense absolutely critical. And yet, Dijonaí Carrington finds herself in hot water again. This time for a shocking and reckless move on Kate Martin that has left fans absolutely furious. If you thought her infamous eye-gouging incident with Caitlin Clark was bad, brace yourself. This latest controversy might just top it. Kate Martin, known for her incredible skill and drive, was doing what she does best, heading straight for the basket.
To just take what I see and not wait, because it's only going to be there for a second. So I think it's just helping me make quicker decisions. And I went in and was the point guard with my group, so handling the ball, just being in every different position has been helping me.
That's not why we came here. We're WNBA players. We want to make it to the season healthy. This girl's a maniac. She's a lunatic. She's reckless. She's out of control. She's going to hurt some white player. You know she ain't going to do that to a sister. You know she ain't going to do that to a sister. But she's going to hurt a white player. If I was Lexi Hall, I would stay behind the three-point line, but she still might try to
Out of nowhere, Carrington came flying in from behind and delivered an unnecessary and forceful hit. The kind of hit that makes you question not just sportsmanship but intent. The crowd gasped, witnessing the blatant foul, but Carrington simply walked away, acting as though nothing had happened. No remorse, no acknowledgement of the chaos she had just caused. The backlash was immediate and intense. Fans flooded social media to voice their outrage, with one tweeting, "Dijonaí Carrington has no place in this league if this is how she plays. Period." And you can't blame them. What Carrington did wasn't basketball. It was reckless and dangerous. A move like that could have left Kate Martin seriously injured. And yet it seemed like Carrington was unbothered by the consequences. This isn't the first time Carrington has faced criticism for her behavior on the court. Who can forget her sneaky eye poke on Caitlin Clark?
Each other by February. She said, "Not my girl, Kate, fight back." Okay, when she fights back and they start calling her racist, are you going to defend her? No, shut up. Shut up. Because if she fights back, they're going to call her a racist and none of you going to defend her. Dijonai was just mad Kate Martin shut her down the whole game. And the smirk on Mustard's face afterwards. She's just a dirty player who can't play defense without cheap shots. Yep. This is her later in the game, man. Just swatting. Just swatting at Kate Martin like a cat. Like, look at her. Just, what's that? Just slapping her. What the?
That move had everyone questioning her sportsmanship, and it seems her questionable tactics have only escalated since then. What was once seen as an isolated incident is now being viewed as part of a disturbing pattern. Even Carrington's peers are starting to call her out. At what point does the league step in and say enough is enough? This isn't about being a tough competitor anymore. This is about crossing the line. Carrington has earned a reputation as someone who undermines the integrity of the game. Whether through intentional fouls or unsportsmanlike conduct, Fans and players alike are asking the same question.
Jenny Blackman, our entire CBS crew, our producer, Deb Bullock, Alana Campbell, our director. This is Lisa Byington saying so long from Indianapolis. The Fever.
Thank you, guys. That was a great effort, good energy, good team defense. Big Fever win. Let's go. Guys, my big-time players, let's do it. Yeah. Together, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
How far will this go before something is done? The league is under pressure to act decisively. Fans aren't just demanding a fine. They're calling for serious disciplinary action. Many believe a suspension is necessary to send a clear message that this kind of behavior will not be tolerated. And let's be honest, fines and warnings clearly haven't been effective. What Carrington really needs is accountability. Basketball is a sport built on skill, teamwork, and respect, not dangerous plays and dismissive attitudes. In a recent interview, Carrington addressed the backlash. Visibly emotional and fighting back tears, she insisted that her actions were unintentional. But fans aren't convinced. For many, this isn't just a one-time mistake. It's part of a larger, troubling pattern.
My arm broke. That was almost an assault. Good grief. Dijonai don't know that those fans go harder for Kate than they do CC. Yeah, Iowa fans, yeah. She was there for 10 years. Like, no, I'm joking. Was that Dijonaí Carrington? Yes, it was. Yeah, that's not basketball. She just slapping around, hoping she gets the ball. No, she's slapping around, hoping she hits Kate. She didn't. There was no chance of getting that ball. I'll be annoyed. She slapped her hand. Now she slapped her arm and then her knee. Not even close to the ball. Dijonai eye gouger Carrington, the dirtiest player in the game. Mustard's play is so cheap. Even Kate Martin's like, girl, what are you doing? Surprised she didn't try to captain insane her like she did CC. Well, if she would have, she's not gonna care. She's reckless. She could have, like, just swinging like that. That's reckless. And it's intentional, but it's intentional, but it could be perceived as reckless.
And unless it's addressed, they fear it's only a matter of time before someone gets seriously hurt. And then there's the off-court drama. If the backlash from her on-court actions wasn't enough, Carrington and her close friend, Nelissa Smith, stirred up even more controversy after Carrington's incident with Caitlin Clark. The two made a video mocking Clark, a move that fans called petty and unprofessional. Now, with Carrington's latest foul on Kate Martin, fans are left wondering, will she repeat her behavior? Will she once again turn to social media to mock her opponents? The tension doesn't end there.
Responding to Christine Brennan, trying to get her out the paint, which leads to the Sarah Spain interview, which leads to Sarah Spain saying that Christine Brennan filed a complaint about DeWanna Bonner. We know she didn't technically file a complaint. In the midst of all of this, obviously you go back to Caitlin Clark and all the discourse that's happened around Caitlin Clark this entire season that has nothing to do with basketball. And then you throw in the fact that her teammate, Nelissa Smith, is involved, who happens to be dating Dijonaí Carrington.
Nelissa Smith is a rising star for the Indiana Fever and a critical part of their future plans. But her close association with Carrington has raised questions about how this drama will affect the team's chemistry. Team dynamics are everything in basketball, and fans are already speculating about how the Fever will handle the fallout. Can they stay focused on winning, or will this off-court distraction derail their season? Meanwhile, players like Kate Martin and Caitlin Clark continue to set an example of professionalism and resilience. Despite being on the receiving end of such unsportsmanlike behavior, they remain focused on the game.
This is what happened when they found out. They got the #1 overall pick. The excitement, the cheers, the smiles, big things coming potentially for the Indiana Fever. Again, back-to-back #1 overall.
That's why fans respect them. In stark contrast, Carrington's actions have drawn boos and criticism, tarnishing her reputation and putting her future in the league at risk. The league now faces a critical decision. They need to set a precedent, one that protects players and preserves the integrity of the game. Fines and warnings clearly aren't enough anymore. It's time for the league to take a stand. Because if nothing changes, how many more players will be put at risk? At the end of the day, basketball is about more than just winning. It's about respect, accountability, and playing the game the right way. If Carrington wants to stay in this league, she'll need to prove that she can rise above the drama and play with integrity. So what do you think? Should the league suspend Carrington? Can the Fever overcome the distractions? Or is this drama too much for any team to handle? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the WNBA and beyond.